what do you expect out of Brock Lesnar when he returns to Raw this coming Monday night for the first time that we've seen him since he got squashed at Survivor Series a few months back?
What I expect from Brock Lesnar, I think basically it'll be another generic Brock Lesnar appearance where he's in the ring for 5 to 10 minutes. He doesn't say a word. Paul Heyman does all the talking for him, and he sells us all on how Brock Lesnar is going to win the Royal Rumble and also destroy Goldberg. And I also possibly do think we might get another scene like last year where, I don't know if you remember, like prior weeks before the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar came out and destroyed everybody until the Wyatt family came out and took him out. So I think we might see something similar here where Brock Lesnar possibly at the end of Monday Night Raw just, he puts an ass beating on everybody that's in the ring surrounding him, whether that's Kevin Owens, Goldberg, Chris Jericho, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, where he probably is going to snap on a few guys on that roster there. And he's basically going to end Raw with him standing alone in the ring with Paul Heyman, declaring that, he's coming and he's coming to make a lot of noise. So I see something like that. It's typical Brock Lesnar booking, but it always works. It's always effective. I will say this about Brock Lesnar. He needs to have a strong year this year. And also not just that, but he needs to have a huge performance at the Royal Rumble. Because one thing about Brock Lesnar, last year, it all went downhill for him starting at the Royal Rumble. Actually, if you remember, that's when the downfall began for him.
Yep.
Because, last year at the Royal Rumble, we had high expectations. He was my pick to win the Royal Rumble because I wanted to see the rematch between him and Roman Reigns.
Yep.
I much preferred that over Roman versus Triple H. But no, he had a huge disappointing performance at the Rumble last year. Didn't even last a long time. And was eliminated by the guys he already eliminated, which was absolutely nonsensical. It made no fucking sense. And so this year, he has to have a much better year in terms of performance and winning more matches. He has to show up at the Rumble. Because I guarantee to you, if he goes out there and he has a bad performance once again, then the same exact result we saw from him this past year is going to happen again. Because to me, it all starts at the Royal Rumble. I'm a huge fan of wrestling, and I always like to see this thing where the year basically, or what happens in the Royal Rumble basically dictates how a year is going to go for everybody. Like, you know how AJ Styles debuted in the WWE last year at the Rumble?
Yep.
Well, yeah, that kind of entailed what the whole year was going to be for AJ Styles, and we saw what happened with it, and it turned out to be money, and it was successful. Then we see what happened with a guy like Brock Lesnar, and that's how the year went for him. So I do like to think that certain things revolve around how something goes. And in this case, I think that the Royal Rumble is so important that if he does bad, I think that's how the whole year is going to go for him. So he has to redeem himself, in my opinion.
I would hope so. Like you said, I mean, you make a great point. It really, his disappointing 2016 really started at the Rumble when he got tossed by the Wyatt family. Then the Fastlane match was whatever, really. And then the disappointing matches with Orton and then Ambrose and then getting squashed in 90 seconds. So, yeah, hopefully he will show up at the Rumble, kind of return to the beast that he once was and have a good showing. I mean, we all kind of know he's facing Goldberg at Mania. How good that match is, I don't really know. But as you said, he needs to get that win back. I don't really care for the match itself, but Lesnar does need to win. Hopefully he does have a good performance in the Rumble. And hopefully we can see him mix it up with a couple new fresh faces like this past year. We saw him mix it up with the Wyatt family. I mean, I could even see them doing something similar to what they did a couple weeks back with Goldberg and Reigns kind of facing off. And whether they do that match, I don't think they do it at Mania, obviously. Maybe they do it for the title at Fastlane and Reigns wins after interference from Lesnar. But I could see them doing something similar on Raw this coming week where instead of doing Goldberg and Reigns, you get Lesnar and Strowman. Another match I think they will do, not at Mania, but I can almost guarantee you that match will happen at SummerSlam. I don't want to see Braun built up only to lose at WrestleMania to a fucking Roman Reigns or a John Cena or whoever. Hopefully the heel push continues. The guy has been very good in this role. He's not an amazing wrestler, but he has been built up very, very, very well since the draft. And I think a match with Lesnar might be only inevitable at some point, maybe even at SummerSlam.